Right, with the E L Titan Victorian Trotters Derby, I thought I'd take the opportunity to catch up with Pat Driscoll here at Haras Trotters and Yabby Dam Farms. Hello, Pat.
Yeah, hello. Yes, glad to catch up with you. Yeah.
Great time of year. We're going to try to touch on the Derby and that this weekend at Redwood. It's just, before we go too far anyway, it's just a brilliant meeting. We'll touch a little bit more on it at the end of this interview, but brilliant meeting on Sunday.
Oh, it is, and it's a great move to bring the Maryborough Trotters Cup in. It just gives the open class horses a good race to go in, and and as you can see by the entries, it's a top class field. So we have great 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, open class. Even a nice race for the mares. So it's a wonderful program.
Yeah, it is indeed, and we need those mares races as well, which we'll get onto with the stallions. Stallion news. We'll go through a couple of these just, not quickly, we can take as long as we like, but on a streak, standing in the flesh in New Zealand. We want to make sure people are aware of this at Waihi Farm with Daryl. Great move, and confidence with the New Zealand product. Yeah,
I think so. We ummed and ahed, but we thought he'd have a real opportunity. Daryl's at Daryl Brown's embraced his standing there. So and his credentials are first class. Like he's an O'Brien 2-year-old Trotter of the Year. He's gone a very good time for a 2-year-old. Won a lot of money. He's actually bred very similar to Volstead, which we stood for the first couple of years here. So now we're very, very excited. So he's a magnificent looking horse, good temperament, and we think over time he'll do very, very well.
Fits with New Zealand too. They're investing in the baby trotters. They've got a fabulous meeting on Monday with the 2-year-olds and the 3-year-old trotters. They've got the 3-year-old trotting slot race. They're investing in it. They're seeing the future. People got the option there of a son of Cantab Hall in the flesh, and he's eligible for all their futurities over there as well.
Yeah, correct. So no, we're quite excited, and as I said, it might take a little bit of time for the Kiwis to go, hey, we've got a nice horse in our own backyard, but we're pretty confident that he'll make it. He's been well supported in his first couple of years. He's oldest of yearlings. We supported the horse quite well, and we're very happy with his yearlings and his stock.
Breeders' Crown weekend, and he was a Breeders' Crown winner as well. So great little horse that way as well.
Yeah, no, I think he won $700,000 US as a 2-year-old. So not too many do that.
Watch a few of his videos. Side note, but had speed. He was a tactical nous too, because he went inside to win some races. He went outside. He had ticks a lot of boxes. We'll stay with the Kiwis for a little minute, because Classic Connection is back at Somerset Farms. Your association with Pete and Chantal.
Yes,
they love him. I did an interview with Pete, and he loved him. But we want to make sure the Kiwi people are aware that when you breed to Classic Connection, you do have a unique opportunity that these horses will be Q-bred, because the horse stands in New Zealand, stands in Queensland, so he's one of the few trotting stallions that actually physically stands there, so they're still eligible for the rich Q-bred bonus scheme. But this opportunity that if they breed in New Zealand, want to sell to an Australian market, they can be Q-bred, so you can actually sell the horses back there. So it's a massive opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, we didn't realise at the time. No. But, for the New Zealand breeders, if you breed to him in New Zealand, provided you pay up with your sustaining payments, etc., you qualify for New Zealand. And the other interesting thing is that we also we dual eligible Classic in New Zealand. So if you're in Victoria and you want to breed to Classic, not only if you pay the sustaining payments will you be eligible for Queensland, you're also eligible for New Zealand. So it's actually quite unique. So I'm not too sure many people are aware of that. So if you've got your mare here, right, you breed to Classic.
We're actually breeding one today. So we've got one that domiciles here in Victoria.
Yep. So you get the Victorian futurities, right? And then obviously you're standing in Queensland, right? So you get that. And beside, because he's registered in New Zealand with the Frozen, we actually dual nominate all his progeny. So, provided you get your foal notification, you pay up for New Zealand, you can actually race in all 3 futurities.
The size stakes over there, Martin Pearson will be wrapped with that as well, and that's exciting, and it's quite interesting. We're having struggles here in Victoria. we generally buy from New Zealand. The Kiwis might be coming here to buy, so it's something for them to look out for as well. I mean, we've got to try and make sure that everyone's aware of how you can turn a dollar, if you like, in this industry.
Yeah, and I think lots of times it's just opportunity.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't mean that, you go to all three, but it could suit some people to race in Queensland, Victoria, New Zealand.
Yep.
So it just gives people option. And, particularly if you're selling, and that way it just opens up different markets.
Yeah, exactly. 3 markets, which is awesome. That is awesome, and the Trotters are improving. The Victorian-based stallions, E L Titan, we had one the other day, a young bloke called Max, and I'll put some videos out there. We love him. He's got a lot of character, always ready and used to meet all at Golden Valley over there, but basically standing here, all eligible for the Vicbred bonus schemes here.
Yeah.
If you're interstate and you breed interstate, of course, then you're dual eligible as well with those schemes as well.
Yeah, correct. They're up at Golden Valley who do a great job. We're very excited. We're getting good bookings to E L Titan. He's had good books, for the last couple of years. We're heavily supporting him because, obviously he's breeding and what he's done in the States has been fantastic because, his yearlings last year at Hasburg actually averaged 60,000. Yep. So I don't think people are aware what a great horse and great value he currently is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we've had a better bred stallion, trotting stallion, in this part of the world ever.
Yeah, and that's saying something because you stood Volstead.
Yeah. So breeding-wise, pedigree-wise, he's not a patch on. Volstead's not a patch on E L Titan, but that doesn't mean he's done very well, Volstead.
That's the tricks of the breeding.
Correct.
I know exactly what you're saying, and he's leaving winners in America, so he's proven. So always ready. Sire Stakes champion, and also Breeders' Crown champion. We can't forget how good a horse he was for you guys in here at the farm as well. Yeah,
we've only bred a few to him, but that said, we had one at the farm that got passed in. And we had a couple of prominent trainers come and look at a couple of bold eagles or a bold eagle, and they all wanted to take home the Always Ready,
which is good.
Yeah. So from a very small number, they're quite impressive. The youngsters, and he's by Ready Cash out of that wonderful Sundance Gift family.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a line, like that's what I said to Louise. It's a line a lot of people know. The Matthews family.
Yeah.
Had much to do with them.
Correct. Let Me Through, Sundance Gift. Yeah. It's a great. It's a great family.
It's had touchings with the elite lops and everything.
Yeah.
It's a world country. It's as good a family as what we've got over here. There's no worries there. And then news to me, he's left 3 Group 1 winners already. Off limited bookings. He's a great sire. Just flies under that radar, doesn't he?
He does. We had an inquiry from New Zealand because some of the guys in the North Island have got a nice one, and they said, we want to send 3 or 4 mares to him, And we said, well, he's in here. We're sorry, we're not, we're not having froze him at this stage or anything like that, so we can't help you. But as they said, every week he just gets winners after winners, and he hasn't gone to the best of mares. To be fair, when we, started here, I probably did him a disservice because I thought I'll join him to 5 ordinary mares. If he gets 5 winners, people will go, wow, what a horse. And he got his 5 winners and it didn't make any difference. So I do realise now it's a numbers game. Yeah. Because of that, he wasn't always bred to our better horses. But he's just done an outstanding job.
Yeah, and Don't Care was one of that first crop. He won the Group 1 Sire Stakes as a 2-year-old, and done a great job. He's probably a bit like he used to me. People look at him now, but he was a great horse. He's just had a few injuries and a few issues, but it's great to see him back at the racetrack. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
We'll say with the frozen semen, and then this will roll into Maryborough today. Sunday as well. I'm going to get myself into trouble for the first 2. Classic Connection is available frozen semen in New Zealand, and I think it's E L Titan is the other horse. Is that right?
Correct. Yes, yeah.
They are available frozen semen into New Zealand. We then have Back of the Neck, who is available in Australia only as frozen semen. And
correct.
Then we have Orlando Vici, and it's left me. Who's the other stallion that's...
what? Probably one I think is going to be an outstanding sire, Equidee.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I haven't got you.
His foals are outstanding, and I mean he's just a magnificent horse, a great pedigree. Bred by the great Mr. Dubois.
Yep.
and we were lucky enough to secure a bunch of his frozen semen, from the States, and he's leaving outstanding foals, and I just can't wait to see him in action. He's a very natural trotter, great conformation, great gait, and I think that into the future people, the two that I'm really excited about are E L Titan and and him,
Yeah, there's an update actually on your Facebook page today about Equerry D and a couple of his horses. There's a post just with a bit of more of an update, so I encourage people to go and have a look at him. Orlando Vici, 100% producer. We don't sing it enough. We don't say it enough. So you say that, then you throw a horse like Just Believe being by him, then you have Olivici. I'm going to be in trouble. Kimberly Butt drove a Group 3 winner last weekend, and I know the horse. It's trained by Derek and Adele Jones, but its name has just escaped me. Just continually leaves good horses that get better and better. But the discussion is right around how good is Just Believe. Is he as good as we've seen? And he's by this sire, and people get the opportunity to just go to him for $10,000. I think it is.
Yeah, well, paid by 31st of March. But and given his limited numbers, and it was interesting listening to Nathan on Burning Questions, when they talked about Kiang Sahara, a horse that I everyone quite like, and he said, I think she'll beat the free-for-allers, and he mentioned Crash Dior as probably the best horse he's driven for Yappy Dam Farms, and there's another Orlando Vici. Unfortunately we lost him as a 4-year-old, but the things he did as a 3-year-old were just world class. So all of a sudden, off 30 foals, of that age initially, we've got Just Believe, we've got Cravach Dior, we've got Olivici, Adele. It just goes on. And we just think he's a marvellous sire, and his frozen semen won't last forever. So and I know things are a little bit down in Victoria, but I'd get in and breed one, because not only are they great racehorses, the mares actually make outstanding brood mares.
And we talk about Adele, and as I said, it still won't come to me, that name. I'll get to it when I hit the end of the button. But these mares, they get better. Like Adele's been one of those horses, every stable that she's been through, she's gone to another level. Jack Butler's had her up there now in Queensland, and they've had some amazing fun with her, contesting the Inter-Dominion. They just seem to get better and better as they get older. Yeah,
they're well put together, and but being by the French sires, they don't really target the 2-year-old racing. I think there's only a couple of group races in the whole of France for the 2-year-olds. So they actually target horses for 3, 4, 5, 6. Olivici will Orlando Vici will give you that horse from 3 years onwards.
Yeah, you say Just Believe, Harry, just continues to get better and better as he goes along. But that other horse you just said there, Olivici, went awry a little bit, if you like, for a period. Now he's come back, and he's on this trajectory as well. That's what they seem to do. Even if they plateau, they're not finished. They just then come back once they want to see everything seems to settle down. Away they go, and a little bit like those French horses, designed to race through to their 10, 11 years of age.
And I think that's what we should be looking at. Do you know what I mean? Rather than horses that go at 1, 2 and 3, and then it's they struggle after that.
Yeah, and look at the fun the guys are having.
Exactly.
And even with Olivici, the guys there are having great fun with him now, coming back as well.
Yeah.
E L Titan Victorian Trotters Derby. The Victorian Trotters Derby is a time-honoured event. Great to see the prize money back where it belongs. Group 1 event, which is what we want as well. It's assembled a terrific field with some really nice horses. A horse that you bred here on the farm. Well, you didn't breed it here on the farm, but the semen that's horse stood here. Kiang Sahara was a standout. But it's a time-honoured race, this race. You've won it, I'm going to say 2 times, but you might correct me, on Allure and Cravach Dior.
Yeah, just twice. Just
doing okay.
Doing well,
but it is a time-honoured event. You must be wrapped to be able to put your name to the race.
Yeah, and it's a nice field, and it's great to see the calibre. I actually quite like Valentino. I think he's a sneaky chance of an upset. Don't get me wrong, I want to see Kiang Sahara keep winning and go to New Zealand and do what she does best. But I actually think
it's not a foregone conclusion.
No. I think there's a couple of nice horses in there, and a lot will depend on the runs. So really looking forward to it. Really, proud to be a sponsor of such a, traditional, class event. It's just fantastic, and it's good. Along with the Redwood now, they're up at proper Group 1 status. So it's just exciting.
Hats off to the club, Aldebaran Park, Redwood, yourself and Duncan driving these trotters. They've embraced it. Alabar Farms are sponsoring the Matchmaker Mile on the day, looking after the fillies. We've got the Group 3 Trotters Cup. What was already a great carnival, the committee and the club working there, they've turned this around, and this is a showcase day that the trotting and the trotting fraternity need to get behind and promote and grow it. Let this race meeting grow, as it is now, get it bigger and better every year.
Yeah, one of the things that's obvious, throughout the world of racing is more and more jurisdictions are looking at days where, they're just first class, not spread over, too many days, just have their main race day and, really attract top class fields, and, then the people come and then you get the media coverage. So hats off to Maryborough for really, looking at that and doing something about it.
They have today, they've got their Memorial Day where they remember so many people that have done so much for the trotters behind them. They have the valet, it's another 2-year-old trot event that they've got on Redwood Day, the valet, Dick Lee, who was instrumental. He'd be wrapped seeing these people, and we just need the trotting people. We just keep driving, pushing it. The trotters are going to grow harness racing. They're going to grow harness racing back to where it should be here in Victoria. We just got to keep growing it and promote these great meetings. Yeah,
I think so. And what you'll find that, people will start flocking to, the Sunday meeting at Maryborough on Redwood and Derby Day. You know what I mean? So, I'm excited by it. It's a step in the right direction. It's quite a bit of good positivity in this current climate. So I just can't wait to go and watch some great racing.
No, you'll be there Sunday?
Yes, be there, and don't ask me to tip too many winners because the racing's there's all the major events. I think there's very, very competitive racing.
Take pride in seeing, like, you're going to be able to watch like they say, Harry, but got a great field in that cup going around. You've got Kiang Zahara. Do you walk there proud or happy? And I know that could be probably the same, but
happy. A lot of unfinished business.
Yep.
We've got un chauffeur in the sneaky chance in the.
It was good the other day.
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, provided he steps away. Yep. He's got a couple of nice horses on his inside and a couple behind him that go quite well. But that's what you get when you when you have good competitive racing. It's you want to go into a Group 1 where 6 or 7 people think they've got a really good chance, and that's and even in Group 3 that's probably true.
And get back to the prize money. When you put a day on like this, people go there, they know there's good racing on, so your drivers switch on, your trainers switch on, they're presenting the horses, everyone's there, they want to perform on these big stages because they know this is a prestigious day, and they want to be winning on these sorts of days. So that's what gets everyone up and about.
Yeah, and you'll find that people will be tuning in from New Zealand as well, and a lot of horses, I know there's not too many Kiwis across, this particular year, but that's due to other circumstances, but I think a lot will be tuning in, and I think that it'll just grow, from now on, with the change in structure of the day.
Yep. No. Pat, thank you. Anyone wants to get in touch with you guys, go to harastotrotters.com.au is the easiest way to the website, and all the contact details are on there. I'll put a banner up with the contact details. Louise or yourself at Redwood Day, see you guys will be there. I imagine Bianca will be walking around as well, taking photos and the pride of the day. So want people to be able to get there and be a part of this meeting, but also talk trotters with you guys.
Yeah, and I think the more people that get there and become involved, not only in the racing but breeding, it's just good for the industry. So let's get behind the Maryborough Trotting Club, embrace the day, and embrace the trotters.
Pat,